Test.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say just
It took a while, but it's finally here. The home opener for Wheaton Lions men's basketball. Welcome into the New Max Sports Network alongside Michael Clapprood. I'm Jackson Walsh. The Lions welcome in Roger Williams University tonight, and the Hawks are still searching for their first win. Well, the Lions are 2-2, trying to break the 500 mark with a win going into Thanksgiving. Michael, thanks for being here. What's the key for each team to grab a very crucial early season victory tonight?
Well, first I want to say thanks for having me, Jackson. And tonight's matchup features two really intriguing duos. For Roger Williams, their leading scorers, Mac Annis and John Akeo, with 22 and 15.3 points per game, respectively. And for the Lions, the front court duo of Tristan Harry and Dimitri Iafredi both dropped career highs in the win at Eastern Nazarene on Saturday. Very excited for this one.
It's going to be a good one tonight. Roger Williams and Wheaton bound to tip off here from Emerson Gymnasium. Before we get going, we'll send it down to the floor. Public address announcer Alan Wickstrom for the starting five and anthems.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to Emerson Gymnasium on the campus of Wheaton College for tonight's NCAA Division III men's basketball contest featuring the Roger Williams University Hawks and your Wheaton College Lions. Wheaton College has been active in the NCAA to promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and grounds for removal from side competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able, or remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Hawks. A graduate student guard from Wheaton, New Jersey, number 2, John Akeo. A sophomore guard from Winchester, Massachusetts, number 10, Philip Shabru. A sophomore guard from New Marlborough, Massachusetts, number 23, Ty Higgins. A junior forward from York, Maine, number 31, Will McDonald. A senior guard from Belmont, Massachusetts, number 34, Mac Annis. The Hawks are coached by Mike Kelly, assisted by Cal Connolly and Mark Ward. Now let's meet your Lions. First year guard from Johnson, number 1, Dimitri Iafredi. A sophomore guard from East Blunt, Massachusetts, number 2, Tristan Harry. A sophomore forward from Watertown, Massachusetts, number 4, Owen Waterstein. A junior forward from Vermont, Georgia, number 5, Colin Maher. A sophomore guard from Parsippany, New Jersey, number 21, Sam Cannavallano. The Lions are coached in the 27th year by Brian Walmsley, assisted by Cal Figaro and Connor O'Brien. Officials for tonight's contest are Bruce Anderson, Adrian Brown and Brian Gay.
Alan Wickstrom on public address. He'll hand it over to Colin Riley on PA for the rest of the game. We're just about ready to go here from Emerson Gymnasium. It's Roger Williams and Wheaton College here for the Lions home opener in the 23-24 season. We'll take a more in-depth look at the starting five here. First for the visitors, Roger Williams. At the grad student guard, number 2, John Akeo is averaging a little over 15 points per game. His running mate doing it all for Roger Williams right now, number 34, Mac Annis. And you have Will McDonald, Ty Higgins, and Philip Sugru to round out the starting five. Wheaton, a much younger starting five. You have a first year in there with Dimitri Afraidy and Tristan Harry, Owen Morrissey, all both sophomores, along with Sal Penovolano and the forward to round out the pack, the junior Khaled Thahar. Wheaton's going to start out with here on the offensive end in the home whites, Roger Williams in the away light blues. 8 on the timer, worked outside. Thahar puts it on the ground, crosses all the way to the basket, fires up a wild one, no good in the rebound there for Mac Annis down low, the senior guard out of Belmont, Massachusetts. Hawks first possession on offense here. Still looking for their first win, and that's a good start right there for number 10, Philip Sugru with the bucket. Roger Williams 0-3 on this season, still searching for that first victory. They've ran into a lot of trouble so far. Lost to Connecticut College this weekend, 69-53.
Jackson, I think the first thing that pops out to me is a missed three-pointer rebound by Annis there. Wheaton's going to have to play through 6'8", Khaled Thahar.
Another bucket there, back-to-back on the offensive end for Sugru, a sophomore guard out of Winchester, Massachusetts. It's Khaled Thahar with the ball outside now, the 6'8" forward out of Amman, Jordan. A near steal there. Sugru would have had 6 quick ones going the other way. Iafrady corrals it. Shot clock winding again. They work it all the way down to 10 on the timer. Thahar double teamed inside. Can't get it off the glass. Gets his own miss. Can't finish. Goes up for the third time, and third time's a charm there for Khaled Thahar. Wheaton's on the board, and so is Thahar. Sugru with some tight defense from Harry. 3 on the way, and that one, nylon from Will McDonald. Quick 5-point lead for the Hawks here to open things up. Harry tries a 3 on this end. That one falls through. Tristan Harry, the sophomore out of Taunton, Massachusetts, just down the road, having a heck of a start to his sophomore season. He's averaging just over 10 points a game. Coming off a career-high 18 on the road at Eastern Nazarene this past Saturday, a 3-point win for the Lions to prove to 2-2. Mid-range, no good for McDonald. There's a steal. It was forced on the defensive end by Sugru. Now going the other way is Annis. Kicked back out, 3 on the way, Annis. Front iron, no good, and it slips over the top of the backboard out of bounds. Mac Annis, the senior guard, standing in at 6'2" out of Belmont, Massachusetts. Having a heck of a start to his senior year. First 3 games averaging 22 a game, which is incredible. For somebody at that size, too, 6'2", just getting it done from the guard position is Annis early on.
But I add, he's shooting 56% from the field and 55% from the 3. So confidence is definitely high for Annis.
Iafrady, tough take, can't finish, loose ball, and goes out of bounds, and we'll see what the call is. The official never made a signal. Now he does. It's going the other way. It's Roger Williams basketball. Just about 4 minutes in. Hawks lead 7-5 here over the Lions. These two teams met last year at Roger Williams as the Hawks with a 74-71 victory. All-time series, though, Wheaton leads it 15-12. Kicked outside, open three, Sugru. Front rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Villano tracks it down. Can't finish inside, Rocks going the other way. On the attack, good dish. In the finish from Mac Ennis with a find from John Akeo.
Look for Roger Williams to get out and run. A little smaller team, but quicker. They're going to look to go end-to-end with Wheaton. It'll be interesting to see how Wheaton goes against that.
Iafredi inside off the glass and in. A tough take there from Dimitri Iafredi, the first-year guard out of Johnston, Rhode Island.
You can tell just from the burst of speed on that one play in the corner. Iafredi, one of the faster players on the court. Look for him to explode to the hoop, look to score and dish.
Explosion to the hoop there, no good on the finger roll for McDonald. Villano across half court. Works it to Morrissey now. Fires straight away, swings it left wing. It's Iafredi. Ball hasn't broken the three-point line on this possession yet. Now Morrissey will take it in. Shot clock winding down to 4. Harry, a little fadeaway. Tough shot, can't get it. McDonald pulls down the board. Left hand, no good there from Sugru. We'll have a tie-up on the floor. Possession error is going to keep it here with Roger Williams. Substitutions for each side, 2 apiece. For the Hawks, Finn Miller and Sean Gogolin check into the game. For Wheaton, it's the senior Jaden Kelleher alongside the junior forward Duncan Bubar. Shot clock's going to reset to 20 here after the jump ball for the Hawks. Roger Williams 0-3 overall, 0-2 on the road. A lot of road trips here in the young season for the Hawks. Akeo spinning. And worked outside. Finn Miller with his first touch tonight. Sugru all the way to the hole. Puts Harry in the spin cycle. Can't finish. Collects his own rebound. A good dish off to Gogolin. Collected by Akeo. He dribbled off of Jaden Kelleher's foot. And then at the end of that, Annis can't knock down the tray ball. Morrissey working inside with the offhand and in.
Morrissey, Jackson. Morrissey, more of an inside scorer, looking to go to the rim and go up strong as Wheaton ties game 9-9.
Gogolin off the mark on the 3 that time for Roger Williams. Level at 9, approaching 7 minutes in here from Emerson Gymnasium. Nearly an unforced error there for Wheaton. Kelleher keeps it in bounds, and now he throws it away. Stolen by Gogolin. Miller finds Annis. Annis trying to get the baseline. He goes around Iafredi. Thought he had all ball from behind, but official here on the near side comes in. It's going to be a foul going against Dimitri Iafredi. The first for Iafredi and the first foul for either side here tonight. Mac Annis will make his first trip to the free throw line. Annis 10 of 13 from the stripe this year. That's 76% from the senior out of Belmont, and the first of 2 rattles out there for Annis. Tristan Harry will get his first breather tonight as Chris Ballone checks into the game for Wheaton.
As you can see, the Hawks really run through Annis and Akeo through their offense. They run a 4-out, 1-in, try and work the perimeter and look for the best shot.
Annis goes 0-4 on that trip to the line, so ends up being a really good foul from Dimitri Iafredi. Kelleher, left wing. Cross-court pass, there's Morrissey. Kelleher, baseline. Can't finish. Rebound pulled down by the guard, Akeho. Up floor all alone.
Ooh.
Gogolin slams it home. And Brian Wamsley will take a timeout. Good one here early on, though. Roger Williams in front, 11-9 after the slam from Sean Gogolin. Quick 30-second timeout there called by Brian Wamsley in his 27th year on the sidelines for Wheaton College. His counterpart's been there a while too, Mike Tully, in his 23rd season for Roger Williams. Bubar one-on-one, size advantage on Akeho, and kind of from up top on the strip was Sugru, but whistled for the reach in there, so fresh 20 coming up for Wheaton College after foul there from Sugru, the first against Roger Williams. Other substitutions here for the Hawks. Ty Higgins checks back in after getting the start. Sophomore guard out of New Marlboro, Mass. Frady throws it into the post. Bubar gathers, jump hook. That one does a 360 around the rim and out. Hawks will push it. Miller has it up. Florida Annis. Annis, hesitation, blow by. Pretty finish there from Mac Annis. Lions back down by 4. Bubar to Morrissey. Bubar gets it in the post again. Can't get the jump hook to fall. Back the other way. Sugru kicked out. Higgins. Right by Frady all the way to the rim.
With the threat of Mac Annis on the outside, you got to stay home on him so he doesn't get that free three-pointer. Just leaving that wide open layup for the Hawks. Good hustle.
A hustle play there to come up with a steal was Sugru. And then he's fouled. I believe that's going to go against Dimitri Frady, and that's his second early on in this one. So probably see him go to the sidelines here. And Brian Wamsley takes his second time out in just as many minutes, and we'll step away. Roger Williams starting to gain a little momentum. They got a 6-point lead over the Lions here from beautiful Emerson Gymnasium. The Roger Williams ball here out of the timeout. Clap, what are you seeing from both of these squads early on?
Well, a quick 6-0 run for Roger Williams, but I think it's on the defensive end. Roger Williams holding the Lions scoreless for almost 3 minutes here. Let's see how Wheaton adjusts out of the 2 timeouts that they took, and yeah.
Hawks have it on the offensive end. They'll go to their best player, Annis. A little too strong on the three there, and Morrissey collects the long rebound. Morrissey all the way out at half court. Tightly guarded by Miller. Kelleher trying to get the baseline. Gogolin there on defense, worked back out. Balone looking for his first points tonight. Kelleher, corner three is good. The senior captain, Jaden Kelleher, knocks down the big triple, but cuts the lead in half for Roger Williams.
Kelleher, the family of athletes, younger brother swim at Bentley, and another one plays basketball at Endicott.
Big time swat there from Balone, ends up in the hands of Kelleher.
Great to see a spark off the bench from your only senior on the roster.
Balone straight away, can't hit. Harry picks up the offensive board. Double teamed outside, Kelleher. That one nearly stolen, and Thaher lucky to run that one down. Shot clock dwindling, though, down to 7. Harry all the way to the rim. Oh, circus finish from Tristan Harry with a little contact, but no call. That's what he does best, Clap.
Super twitchy athlete. Just from the last couple of minutes we've seen, Wheaton's going to have to rely on him and they'll run themselves. 5-0 run over the last minute and 17.
Back to a 1-point ball game. Sugru, 3. Trying to quiet the crowd. Can't hit. Morrissey with another board. He's a freak athlete, especially on the defensive end, pulling down those rebounds, averaging over 7 boards a game. He'll take it to the hole this time. Can't finish. Rebound there for Annis on the weak side. Annis will push across half court. Higgins, he fires up the 3, and the bank's open on Tuesday night.
Think he called that one, Jackson?
I don't know, but it worked out for him. Roger Williams up by 4. Harry, another tough take, and this time it doesn't go home, but a foul called. Tristan Harry will take a trip to the free throw line here for 2 shots.
As you can see, going in the lane hard, always willing to take his body to the line, going to the line for 2.
Foul was charged to Sean Gogolin, his first foul. Tristan Harry at the line so far, shooting 72% this season, 13 of 18. First one hits for Harry, and Roger Williams will go 4 in, 4 out here. Lions put Penavillano back in the game, and down low is number 25, Tarmo Tari, checking in for the first time tonight. Junior forward out of Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Harry off the mark on the second one, collects his own rebound. Balone trailing the play, steps into a 3. Can't knock it down, and the rebound sitting right on a silver platter for Will McDonald. KO got bumped, and Tristan Harry will pick up the foul. Harry got him with a Barty there, so fresh 20 for the Hawks here on the inbound on the baseline.
With the 4 out, 1 in, you look for anyone on Roger Williams really to take it to the hole hard and look to kick out or take it themselves.
Nate Mullen tries to take it to the hole there. He'll swing it back outside. 3-ball Akeo is good. John Akeo, grad student out of Dumont, New Jersey. Over 15 points per game.
He's only shooting 16% from downtown, but a lot of confidence from that shot set up.
Yeah, they left him wide open, stepped right into it. Another foul on this end. It'll go against Roger Williams. I think they're going to get Kyle Monahan with it. Monahan just into the game, the sophomore guard out of Maynard, Massachusetts. Dimitri Iafredi will check back in for Wheaton. He's playing with 2 fouls right now. Iafredi gets it in the corner off the inbound. Penavillano outside. Now it's Harry. Young core of guards in the game right now. And Harry, another strong take to the hole. He'll head back to the line. Penavillano and Harry both first years. Penavillano and Harry both sophomores. Iafredi the first year. And then the 2 junior forwards in there right now with Tarmo Tari and Khaled Thaher. Very young core for this Wheaton team this season. Big recruiting class coming in. A lot of sophomores stepping up that didn't have a role last year. Only one senior on the team, as you mentioned, Clapton, Jaden Kelleher. Harry, 2 for 2 at the stripe on that trip. 4-point ball game.
Speaking of the sophomore class, we just saw a guy, Harry, saw a lot of time as a first year, but looking to take charge in his sophomore year.
McDonald misses from point blank. Pulls it down in the corner. It's left wide open after maybe getting away with a push-off on Tari and knocks down the jumper off the glass. Harry, storm into the hole, and he's fouled again. Third trip to the line coming up for Tristan Harry. He's really playing efficient basketball on the offensive end.
3 for 4 at the line in the game, leading the game with 8 points. Looking to pick up 2 more at the line.
Mentioned in the opening that Wheaton fell to Roger Williams on the road last season, but last time these two teams met in this building was nearly 2 years ago to the day. November 23rd, 2021, also known as the Alex Carlisle game. Carlisle poured in a school record 46 points on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving against this very team. Now playing as a grad student up at Assumption to finish out his college career. We're going the other way here. Offensive foul called against Akeo. And who else to pick it up besides Tristan Harry right there?
Harry doing it at both ends now. Creating some momentum for the Lions. Down 4 here.
Owen Morrissey back into the game. He'll replace Tarmo Tari. Heads to the sidelines. Under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Hawks 23, Lions 19. Here in the home opener for Wheaton College Lions. Thanks for being with us here on the NewMax Sports Network as trade offensive fouls. Now a legal screen called away from the ball against Harry. Alongside Michael Clapper, I'm Jackson Walsh here for the Wheaton home opener tonight. Wheaton welcoming in Roger Williams out of the CCC, Commonwealth Coast Conference. Hawks working around the perimeter. Monahan drives inside, gets tied up. And Tristan Harry makes up for the offensive foul because that possession arrow is going down the other end of the court.
Great help defense by Harry right there. Saw the drive, collapsed on the Roger Williams player, forced the turnover.
Sugru trips back into the game for Roger Williams. Here he's leading the way for the Hawks, 4 points right now. Petafilano, sophomore guard out of Parsippany, New Jersey, feeds it inside. Good pass, Thaher to Morrissey. They'll take the extra one, though. Harry up, fake, knocks down the 3. Great ball movement there from the Lions, and Harry with a cherry on top to pump fake, step into it and drill it. Looks like Wheaton's put a loyal man-to-man press on here.
Let's see how Roger Williams adjusts, how their offense develops, if it stays the same as it looks like with the 4-out, 1-in strategy.
Annis going to draw the foul. Iafredi picks up his 3rd, and that's a problem. 5:54 to go, and Dimitri Iafredi will head back to the bench for what you would think is the remainder of the first half. Clap.
Yeah, it's always dangerous having guys out there with 2 fouls, never mind 3 in the first half. So we'll see Iafredi head to the bench and see how he can capitalize coming back in as a first year and a starter in this game, which is something you don't see in college basketball a lot.
Annis through 2 defenders, flips it up there and in.
It was Annis' first bucket since the 11:52 mark. Let's see if he can get going by the end of the first half.
Kelleher finds Thaher. Thaher gets Petafilano back door, and Petafilano wide open, headed into the back door, cut for 2.
A lot of attention heading toward Harry now as he's carrying this Wheaton team back into this game.
Inside, kicked back out. Sugru. Good find back door on the reverse was Finn Miller.
Great backdoor cut, collapse to the hoop. Nice, easy layup on the reverse.
You said Harry's carrying back into it. Tristan Harry, 13 points right now for Wheaton. Next closest scorer for the Lions, Kelleher. He's got 3. Knocked down that triple about 10 minutes ago.
Harry, 3 of his last 4 have nailed nylon.
Kelleher couldn't hit Thaher in traffic on the rebound, and now the whistle's going to come in. Thaher got fouled going up for the putback, so he'll head to the free throw line here. Thaher 2 points tonight, 1 of 4 from the field in the win at Eastern Nazarene this past Saturday. Double figures with 10 points, chipped in with 5 rebounds.
Thaher, constant activity on the offensive glass. Love to see that taking advantage of less height on the Hawks side. See if Thaher keeps getting fed.
Second one from Thaher off glass and in. 2 of 2 on that trip, and now he'll head to the sidelines. Duncan Bubar back into the game for Wheaton College. Keeping that kind of soft man-to-man press on here is Brian Walmsley's Wheaton squad, and Sugru will easily take that across half court. 3 on the way. Higgins knocks it down from the corner.
An effective effort by Higgins here. 3 for 3 from the field with 8 points.
Petavillano can't respond with his own 3. Morrissey on the offensive glass. Bubar tries it from outside, and he knocks it down. Usually don't see him from deep. Exciting game here in the first half between Wheaton and Roger Williams, and Bubar putting his body on the line on the defensive end, draws the offensive foul.
Right before he hit that hard 3, I want to say Bubar was a bully at both ends. I mean, he hits a big 3 and takes a charge for the Lions heading back on the offensive end.
That one's against Philip Sugru, so he'll head to the sidelines with 2 fouls. 3.5 to go. Hawks in front by 1. Bubar straight away now. It's Petavillano. Kelleher thought about the 3. Takes the long 2. Got blocked by Gogolin. Bubar. Oh, it rattles around and in. Bubar's got 5 quick points. Miller. Give it off to Annis. Annis drives left, picks up his dribble outside, wide open for 3. Miller knocks it down. Teams trading blows here in the late stages of the first half. Harry double team, they're working around Petavillano. His 3-pointer, no good, in the rebound. Pulled down by Miller. Miller's going to push it. Mullen was open outside, took it in. Now Gogolin puts it on the floor. Higgins collects in the corner. Annis crosses over, back in the paint now. It's Miller. Straight away, fed inside. Annis gets it. Harry could have picked it up, didn't see it at his back turn. Shot clock down to 3. Annis, wild shot, and he got it to go. Holding up the left hand, running back on D. Mac Annis getting it done here in Norton.
Quick response from the Hawks, 5-0 run. Now shooting 55% from the field and 50% from the 3. Got to see the defensive improvements from the Lions.
Good job to pull that one down by Harry. Timer down to 10. Harry floater in the lane. Can't get it off the glass. It's going to stay on this end. Chris Ballone back into the game. Petavillano to the sidelines. 1:43 to go in the first half. Ballone Inside an easy two there for the sophomore. Chris Ballone's got his first bucket of the day.
Malone, known as a three-point shooter, you got to honor that if you're the Hawks defense. But takes that mid-range little floater in the lane, cuts the deficit to 2.
What a pass inside and rejected by Morrissey. Higgins found Mullen with a fancy one, and then Morrissey sent it back off the glass. And what a good pass. Oh, Tristan Airy having himself a first half. Finds his sophomore counterpart Morrissey down low, and we're level at 35.
Rewards Morrissey for his defensive efforts on that last possession.
It does not stop going back and forth here. Finn Miller spinning and putting that one in. Hawks back up by 2.
Hawks are 7 of 8 on their last few trips on the offensive end. 4 for 5 from 3.
Harry launches and hits. Harry's got 16 with 30 seconds to go in the first half, and Wheaton's got their first lead in quite a bit.
Harry shooting with a lot of confidence from 3. 3 for 3 from downtown.
4-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Shot clock down to 12. Annis trying to get crafty with it.
Great defense by Kelleher on the perimeter.
Annis spins outside. Mullen for 3. Too strong. Rebound. It's going to go. Should be Roger Williams' ball, if I'm being honest here. The shot clock went off, but that should have been a reset because it hit the rim. Looked like Chris Balone knocked it out of bounds, so the officials are actually going to say it's Wheaton ball, so they'll have to go the length of a court here with 3.1 to go. Thrown into Harry, right back to Morrissey. Morrissey's going to take it, pulls up beyond three-point range off the glass. Doesn't fall through. What a first half here from Emerson Gymnasium. It's going to end with Wheaton on top 38-37.
What great offensive half. I mean, if you're watching this game looking for offense, you got it. Both teams shooting above 50% from 3.
That's insane numbers for both sides. I mean, even from the field, above 50% from 3 would be good, but from 3 is just outrageous. So that's going to do it for the first half. Wheaton 38, Roger Williams 37. Will be coming back shortly for the Bay Coast Bank halftime show here on the NewMax Sports Network. Bay Coast Bank halftime show here from on top of Emerson Gymnasium with Wheaton College leading Roger Williams in the home opener 38-37. Jackson Walsh joined here by Michael Clapper. Clap, what's going right for both teams in the first half so far?
Well, I mean, everything's going right for Tristan Harry. We can start with that. 16 points, 3 for 3 from downtown, and 5 for 6 from the line. Really attacking the basket really well. Also has 3 boards. I think one of the bigger keys for Wheaton is being able to control the pace of the game with 17 rebounds, not turn the ball over with only 4 turnovers. I think it's a good half of basketball to watch.
If you're Wheaton right now, are you happy that Matt Gannis, only with 8 points in the first half, still doing it officially at 4 of 7 from the field, but are you going to take that from such a high-caliber score?
I think so. I think 4 for 7 from the field is not right where you want him, but I mean, you'll take that any day. But 0 for 2 from 3 and also 0 for 2 from his only trip from the line. I mean, you'll take that. And I think the help defense has been really effective. When he drives to the lane, he's either going to have to make a decision to kick out or take it himself. And we'll see how that continues for the Lions.
Overall, from the field, Wheaton shooting it at 41%. Roger Williams at 53%. From three-point territory, Lions 3 of 5, obviously 50%. Roger Williams 5 of 11 for 45%. Roger Williams, that one trip to the line for Annis you just talked about, that's their only trip to the line as a team, yep. Michael. Only one trip to the free throw line as a team, and they went 0-4. For Wheaton, 7 of 8 from the line, nearly perfect. This has just been an incredible first half, and we can't wait for the second half. I'm sure you can't either. We're about 7.5 away from getting underway in the second half here from Emerson Gymnasium. Wheaton 38, Roger Williams 37. This has been the Bay Coast Bank Halftime Show here on the NewMax Sports Network. Second half action about to get underway here from Emerson Gymnasium in Norton, Massachusetts. It's Roger Williams and Wheaton squaring off in the Lions' home opener this year. Wheaton 2-2 on the season. Roger Williams still searching for that first win. They're 0-3, and they'll start with the ball here in the second half. Lions in front by 1, being led by Tristan Airy right now. The sophomore's got 16 in the first half, a little short on the left side of the rim there was Ty Higgins.
Jackson, something that intrigues me is what Coach Walmsley is going to do with first-year guard Dimitri Iafredi with 3 personal fouls he picked up in the first half. Let's see what kind of minutes he tracks in the second.
Has him out there to start the second half. Thaher can't wiggle through, but draws the foul. Tristan Harry just had his career-high Saturday at Eastern Nazarene with an 18-point performance. The man's got 16 in the first half, so barring anything that would never predict, he is well on his way to breaking that career mark tonight.
Talked about Alex Carlisle's performance right before Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about Tristan Harry's, too. Must be something in this gym right before Feast Week.
Yeah, no students here as Thaher knocks down the second of 2. No students here right now, just all the student employees staying on campus to help make this game happen. Everybody going home earlier this week with classes ending, but still a pretty good size gym right now. Good crowd spanning the whole length of the stands here inside Emerson. McDonald working on Thaher, a little turnaround, and he sinks it. That's a big-time move there from Will McDonald. Junior forward out of York, Maine. On the southern coast of the northernmost state in New England. Morrissey picks up his dribble, left block, trying to wiggle through, and now he'll finish. McDonald let him slip right by. Morrissey ended up getting that little wiggle room to get it off the bank.
I know we talked about Harry a lot in the first half, but how about Morrissey putting up 4 points and also getting his work on the glass with 5 boards. Very good hustle.
Annis kicks it back out. McDonald tries his shot at a 3, too strong, and Iafredi's going to take it and run with it. Iafredi so quick in transition, draws the contact, can't finish it. Petavalato with the tip in.
Good hustle from Petavallano coming up from the trailer. Iafredi with a good push.
Petavallano's not a big guy at 5'11", but he skied up to tip that one in. Akeo sends Morrissey to the deck and rolls it in.
Crafty move from the grad student, John Akeo.
43-41, 3-point lead for the Lions, a little over 2 minutes into the second half. Petavallano inside with Annis there on defense. Annis swats it away. Sugru back the other way for the Hawks. Swings it. Thaher almost stole it, and McDonald tracks it down.
It's a big-time rejection from Annis on the other end, huh?
Sugru. Backdoor in the reverse. Goes home for Ty Higgins. Great ball movement on that set there from the Hawks to tie this at 43. Harry looking for his first points in the second half, and he has them there through 3 defenders. Tristan Harry finishes.
Harry's motor never stops on the offensive end.
Akeo finds Annis wide open at the free throw line. He knocks it down.
Both him and Ty Higgins with 10 apiece for the Roger Williams Hawks.
Petavallano way downtown. Petavallano's got 7. That's his first triple of the night.
Petavallano, known as a hard-nosed and tough guard, steps out and takes that through with a lot of confidence on the left wing.
Akeo finds Annis. Shot clock down to 10 for Roger Williams. Akeo trying to go baseline around Morrissey. Tough shot. Morrissey sends it away. It'll stay here with the Hawks. Just 4 on the shot clock. Gogolin checks back in for Roger Williams, and for Wheaton, it's Duncan Bubar. McDonald and Thaher go to the bench for both sides.
Coach Walmsley alternating Bubar and Thaher, keeping the height on the Lions' advantage.
Sugru got it up right as the shot clock expired, and now a jump ball is going to come in with Higgins hitting the deck. And that possession arrow is going the other way. Thought Roger Williams had a timeout there. Mike Tully was asking for it. Well, Higgins was holding that ball on the ground right in front of his own bench. Harry's got 18. Bubar, short corner. Harry cuts inside. Oh, this guy's doing it all. Tough finish down low for Harry. And he's got a career high of 20 points with 15:40 to go in regulation.
Constant movement with him on the offensive end. Great backdoor cut from Harry to pick up his career high.
Akeo, 3 on the way, and it's in. John Akeo, 2 of 2 from downtown tonight. Hawks shooting at 46% as a team, 6 of 13 for Roger Williams.
Talked about Akeo at the top. Second leading scorer for the Hawks.
We're going the other way. Duncan Bubar called with that wraparound foul that you've been seeing called in college basketball a lot more frequently the last 2 seasons. Brian Walmsley doesn't love the call. His Wheaton squad's got a 2-point lead for the moment.
As you said, we see that hook and hold call a lot, but we've been seeing the charge and block call become almost a coin toss at the college basketball level with the new rule changes. We'll see if we see any of that coming up in the second stanza.
Akeo straight away swings it left wing. Sugru. Baseline back outside, wide open 3 on the way. Gogolin can't hit. Morrissey all alone for the rebound. Miscommunication there. Harry was trying to dump it off to Bubar, who was getting ready to set a screen.
Great job by Morrissey getting back on transition defense.
Akeo can't hit it that time, and Harry's going to push. Wheaton has numbers. Iafredi, Petavillano over in the corner. Iafredi drives, throws it up, and they're going to say the foul was on the floor, so no free throws on the way for Dimitri Iafredi. Foul is going to go against Philip Sugru, though. That's his 3rd personal. Sugru's going to head to the bench. Jaden Kelleher back in for Wheaton, and in for the first time tonight, wearing number 4 for Roger Williams, is Devin Johnson, senior guard out of Ridgewood, New Jersey. Harry inside, count it, and the foul. This guy's playing possessed. Tristan Harry, 22 points, 7 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 3 from 3. Having himself an unreal game right now and a chance to finish off the 3-point play at the free throw line, and cool as can be at the stripe. 6 of 7 for the line is Harry tonight.
You see Harry with 23 big points. You see that at an efficient pace, shooting 7 for 9 from the field. We see a lot of guys put up a lot of points, but also taking a lot of shots. Harry shooting with a lot of confidence.
Somehow Johnson corrals that on the baseline. Akeo goes left, 2 defenders around, still gets it up and in. Tough shot there from John Akeo. Back to a 3-point game. Kelleher looking for his first points in a while. He's going to do a little fadeaway, and that one floats right over the front of the rim.
I really like Kelleher's energy off the bench, willing to play really good defense, but also incorporate himself on the offensive end.
Gogolin draws the foul there for Roger Williams. It'll be called against Duncan Bubar. That's Bubar's 2nd personal. 2nd team foul against Wheaton here in the second half. Roger Williams with 3 team fouls.
For Roger Williams, we're seeing John Akeo take matters into his own hands, scoring 7 early in the second half, tying both Will McDonald and Mac Annis with 10.
Johnson gets it to Miller. Miller All the way to the 10, turns around, tough shot with the right hand. Chris Ballone played some good defense there, but better offense from Finn Miller. Miller, the freshman guard out of Stamford, Connecticut. Harry can't finish. Bubar offensive rebound. 10 on the shot clock, Ballone on the fade. Takes it in. Knocked away, puts it back up, can't get it. Bubar slaps it around and it ends up into the hands of Owen Morrissey.
Almost like a volleyball spike off the rim.
Not something you see a lot, but it worked out there for the Lions. Shot clock back down to 10. Morrissey. A foul call comes in with 6 on the timer against Roger Williams, so another fresh 20 goes up for Wheaton. First personal foul against Mac Annis. Kelleher all the way to the rim, and you could hear Brian Wamsley on the sidelines. Right when Kelleher caught it, take it to the rim. Senior and coach on the same page there for his first bucket of the second half. Tripped up there was Miller. That foul is going to be charged to Chris Ballone. First personal against Chris Ballone, the sophomore wing out of Windham, New Hampshire. Mismatch and a size advantage goes right over Harry with a finger roll.
Start to wonder when Annis is going to get going in the second half. Roger Williams finding themselves down 3. Wheaton carrying a lot of momentum into the second half.
Bubar can't get the turnaround. Had a tough angle on the baseline there. Annis pushing. Akeo. Stop and go. Can't get it. Morrissey pulls it down. Pace slowing down a little bit here with Harry taking his time to bring it up floor. Kelleher got it stripped away. Hawks have a 3-on-2. Now Morrissey gets back to make it a 3-on-3. Tristan Harry picks up his second charge of the game, and Annis has his second personal. Harry, right place, right time there on defense.
Roger Williams bench looking for a flop call on that. I think Harry just in the right place at the right time, looking at the moves throughout the game, providing the offensive foul to get his Lions back on the offensive end.
Harry's going to get a breather here alongside with Bubar, Thaher, and Iafrady back into the ball game.
Look for second best scorer on the team, Chris Ballone, to get going with Harry taking a little rest.
There he is. Ballone fires the 3. Can't hit it. Miller spins. Just rolls off the edge of the rim and out.
Start to see a little slower pace for Wheaton.
That's the difference with D3 and D1 here is going the other way. Miller has the steal. Can't finish at first, but then ends up putting it back in. The difference between D3 and D1, you don't get those built-in breaks at the media timeouts you do in Division I, so a lot of just constant play here with no break if coaches don't take a timeout. And right on cue, Brian Wamsley's going to take a timeout, and his team's going to regroup. Exciting one here with 10 minutes to go in regulation. Wheaton in front of Roger Williams. 57-56. We'll be right back. Men's Hoops on the New Max Sports Network. Out of the timeout, Wheaton with a 1-point lead, 57-56 over Roger Williams. Fast-paced game starting to slow down a little bit. We'll see what the pace is like coming out of the timeout here. First break these players have had the entire second half. Kelleher goes baseline at the rim, can't get it. Thaher, offensive board, puts it down low and finishes back up top.
That's a man's bucket right there from Thaher.
Tallest guy out on the floor at 6'8". Out of Amon Jordan, played his high school hoops at the DME Academy, along with three other guys on this team that did as well, including Petavallano and Marcus Norton the first year. Excuse me, that's not Marcus Norton, as three ball good from Anis. Muhammad Nassereddin. It's the first year I meant to say out of the DME Sports Academy. Norton, a first year guard out of Wenham, Massachusetts. Morrissey, a lot of contact and fights through it. One of the strongest and most athletic guys out there. Can almost call him a dual sport athlete too, just not at the collegiate level. A big Gaelic football player is Owen Morrissey.
You can see that strength and that raw athletic ability on tap.
Second try on the way. No good. 0 for 2 from 3 on that trip was Ty Higgins. Wheaton ends up coming away with the rebound. Kelleher looking to feed Thaher, and he gets right through the defense and puts it in. Had Sugru in front of him, and then Miller tried to come on late from behind to steal it away, and Thaher, nifty move in the post. He's got 4 quick points. 9 overall for the junior out of Jordan. Higgins collects outside, drives in, floats, can't finish, gets his own miss. Corner 3 on the way. Rattles off the rim there from Sugru.
Multiple chances for the Hawks there. Lions thankful none of them went in.
7.5 to go.
Hawks on the offensive end, 1 for the last 6, scoreless in the last almost 2 minutes in this half.
Mac Annis picks up another foul. That's his third personal. All 3 of them coming here in the second half. Mike Telly's going to keep him in this game. McDonald and Akeo check back in here for Roger Williams. Thaher thought about the 3, puts it on the floor, drives in, playing some bully ball inside. Khaled Thaher into double figures with 11.
On an individual 6-0 run. Talk about Harry putting the team on his back. How about Thaher?
Harry's been on the bench for a long time here with 23 points. Now he's having a seat at the scorer's table, ready to go in. The next whistle, and a big response there for Roger Williams. Count it. Bucket and the foul. Philip Sugru.
This is the Hawks' first attempt from the line since Mac Annis early in the first half. Finally, the Hawks looking to score at the rim.
Only Roger Williams' second trip to the free throw line this entire game. And they're 0 from 3 now after that miss from Sugru.
Got to cash in at the charity stripe.
Not something you see today. A lot today. Under 7 minutes to go, Roger Williams. 3 attempts from the line and 3 misses. Harry just checked in. Oh, he's still feeling it. 26 for the kid from Taunton. Higgins right back on the other end. What a game we got in Norton tonight.
Back and forth we go in Emerson Gymnasium.
Petavallano tries his luck at a 3 and he hits it.
It's raining trays in Norton tonight.
71-64 Lions lead. If you like offense, you've came to the right places. Kelleher picks up the foul with Annis driving. No harm there, though. Only the 5th team foul against Wheaton.
Wheaton just got their new season-high points total of 71. Their last points were 70 against Eastern Connecticut and on Saturday against Eastern Nazarene. Offense is definitely coming through for the Lions tonight.
College men's basketball legends Aaron Williams and Sean Kelly.
Just an announcement over the PA here, welcoming back 2 absolute legends in the Wheaton College basketball community. Class of 06, Sean Kelly in Emerson Gym tonight. And class of 23, if you've tuned in the last couple of years, you know this guy, Aaron Williams. Both have their names etched in the banner to the left of me. Members of the Wheaton men's basketball 1,000-point club. Kelly netted 1,038 points in his career. Williams at 1,166 in his career for the Lions. We'll step away. Timeout here in Norton. Lions lead by 7. You're watching Wheaton men's basketball on the New Max Sports Network. Roger Williams ball coming out of the timeout here. 5:54 to go. Wheaton 71. Roger Williams 64. Tristan Harry 26 points, 8 of 11 from the field, and a perfect 4 of 4 from three-point territory. For Wheaton College right now, that's a career high for the sophomore out of Taunton. Mac Annis trying to do his best. Annis inside finishes. He's having an excellent night as well. 17 points for the senior guard out of Belmont.
Like we said, for Harry, doing that at an efficient pace. Annis is right there, 8 of 11 for the senior.
Annis at 17, averaging 22 through the first 3 games. Ball tipped out of bounds, staying here with Wheaton.
Annis 4th in the CCC with 22 points per game. Last season was 2nd team All-CC performer for the Hawks.
Harry backdoor, Thayer finds him, and what a defensive play there from Sugru. Running down from up top and sending it away. We'll stay here, though, 11 on the shot clock for Wheaton. Harry had an easy layup. And a great inbounds pass finds Thayer right on the block. Thayer's having himself a game in double figures for the 2nd game in a row. He's got 13.
Effective minutes by the forward here in the second half, making his presence felt.
Annis outside to Sugru. Sugru puts on the floor, drives left back door. Higgins now to McDonald. Thought about the 3. McDonald all the way to the hole. Rejected from behind by Thayer. Kept in bounds. KO kicks out. Annis, deep 3. Too strong. And Kelleher tracks down the long rebound after that hectic possession.
Headsy play by Kelleher there. Slow down the pace. No need to rush. Don't have numbers.
Got to find Tristan Harry right here if you're Wheaton, or Thayer. Thayer with it, hands it off to Kelleher. Shot clock winding down again. And Kelleher got bumped, and he'll go to the free throw line. Wheaton has entered the bonus 7th team foul against Roger Williams. Foul charged to Will McDonald. That's his 3rd personal. Jaden Kelleher will take a trip to the free throw line.
Kelleher shooting 100%. 3 makes, 3 attempts.
Make that 4-4 now for the senior Kelleher. And Wheaton has their biggest lead at 8. Two of 2 on that trip from Kelleher. 9-point lead for the Lions. Time to put this one away with just a tick over 4 minutes to go. Akeo. Annis loses it on the baseline. We're going the other way.
That was the only the sixth turnover for the Hawks. Keeping the ball on their side. But let's see how Wheaton responds coming off the turnover.
Has been a relatively clean game. You just said Roger Williams with 6 turnovers, Wheaton with 8. Good paced and good played game so far in the late stages. Finn Miller back in for Roger Williams. Thaher inside with a left it in. Thaher having himself a ball game right now. He's got 15. And another turnover for Roger Williams. Getting into desperation time if you're the Hawks. This game was just about even for its entirety. Now with 3.5 to go, Wheaton leads by 11.
Wheaton on a 9-2 run just under 3 minutes of the second half. But it's really been the defense holding both Roger Williams' best players, Annis and Akeo, almost to nothing.
Harry skips through. Kelleher thought about the 3 inside, draws the foul, blocking foul. Called there against McDonald. That's his 4th.
Foul number 31, Will McDonald, 4th personal, 18 foul.
Well, McDonald picks up his 4th personal foul. Be interesting to see what the aggression looks like from him on the defense and offensive end.
Kelleher stays perfect at the line tonight. Gogolin back into the game for Roger Williams as McDonald heads to the sidelines.
So we talk about Harry and Thaher having big games. An X factor that stuffed the stat sheet really is Kelleher picking up 11 points off the bench. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, really doing it all for the Lions.
Sungru swings it back out. Gogolin now Sungru. Gogolin outside. Miller open for 3 in the corner and hits it, and that's one that Roger Williams really needed. Four players in double figures for Roger Williams for Wheaton. They've got 4 in double figures as well. Harry couldn't get it to go inside, and I'm going to say that ball is off Tristan Harry, so it's going the other way. And Brian Walmsley takes another timeout. 10-point lead for the Lions. 79-69, 2:33 to go. We'll be right back for the last couple minutes. Wheaton and Roger Williams squaring off on opening night in Emerson Gym here on the NewMax Sports Network. Wheaton in front of Roger Williams, 79-69, 2.5 to go. Just about everything going right for the Lions right now. They have 3 players with career highs tonight. Harry with 26, Thaher with 15, Kelleher with 11, all career high for those 3. Akeo trying to get his squad back into it. Gogolin, 3 on the way, too strong, and Morrissey. This guy's up for the board.
9th board for Morrissey. He's on double-double watch with 8 points and 9 rebounds tonight.
Morrissey with the ball out around half court. Now Kelleher on the wing. Thaher Took some steps down low, traveling violation. Inside, can't go over the front iron for Sugru. And this one nearly out of reach with 1:40 to go. Roger Williams will probably start playing the foul game soon. They'll let this possession play out. Kelleher gets some room. Petavillano steps into a three. Dagger! Sal Petavillano's got 13, and Wheaton's got a 13-point lead. Annis looking for answers, rattles it in. Hawks put the press on. We'll see if they try to foul here. Petavillano wide open, tries it again. Bang! Back-to-back threes for Sal Petavillano.
How about Wheaton shooting 83% in the second half from three-point land?
Sugru can't respond, and that should just about do it. Thaher pulls down the board and gives it off to Harry. Petavillano grabbing that left leg. He's going to head to the bench. Iafredi checks into the game. Hope Sal Petavillano is okay. Sophomore guard out of Parsippany, New Jersey.
We talked about it during the halftime and early in the second half. Wheaton's offense really coming alive, shooting 10 for its last 11. That's unheard of.
Wheaton will either need to take a shot clock violation or get a shot off here. How about Kelleher? Too short on the three. Thaher pulls down the board, and they can dribble it out. And it's only fitting that it'll be Tristan Harry at half court in the 2023 home opener. Tristan Harry pours in a career-high 26, and Wheaton comes away with an 85-71 win over Roger Williams. 4 career highs for this Wheaton College team. Tristan Harry with 26, Petavillano with 16, Thaher with 15, and Kelleher with 11 to power Wheaton to an 85-71 win over the Roger Williams University Hawks. What a game, Clap.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to look at for Wheaton in the second half, really picking up the pace, looking for their playmakers. Not only Tristan Harry, but Thaher, Kelleher, Morrissey, Petavillano, really putting it together for this Wheaton offense. It was a joy to see.
Next up for both squads, Roger Williams will face another NUMAC foe next. They'll be home against Clark on Saturday with CCC play starting Wednesday the 29th. Wheaton will have a week off. They'll host LaSalle at this very spot a week from tonight. Final score, 85-71. Lions postgame coming up next. Clap, thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Lions post game here from Emerson Gymnasium after an 85-71 win of Roger Williams. Falling to Wheaton on Thanksgiving break here with the leading scorer, another career high for you tonight, Tristan Harry with 26. Tristan, first off, great game.
Thank you.
Big one on Thanksgiving week, got you guys over 500. What was the game plan coming in tonight for you guys?
Just be aggressive, attack their switches, play as a team. I think we did that.
Yeah, that was awesome. 2 in a row for you guys. A week off, but first let's talk about your performance. Career highs in back-to-back games. You had that career high 18 against Eastern Naz and then 26 tonight. What's been clicking for you this week?
Just playing together and then playing within myself and then, just working together as a team.
You had 3 other guys. You just talked about working as a team. 3 other guys with career highs tonight. Sal, 16 career high. Khalid, 15 career high. And then Jaden, Toronto guys in double figures also with a career high with 11. What's been going right for you guys these last 2 games? The scoring's been abundant.
Yeah, I think we just started clicking. We're clicking at the right time, and, we still have room to grow. So,
how can you guys take this really high-scoring game and ride momentum with that, even with that week break coming up?
Yeah, we're just relying on our defense. Our defense keeps us in games.
You're taking a charge a game, basically. 2 or 3 a game at this point.
And then our defense turns to offense, and that's how we're getting our points.
Yeah, that's awesome. Final score here from Emerson Gymnasium. Wheaton 85, Roger Williams 71, Tristan Harry, career high 26 points. Tristan, great job. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
We'll be back next week, same time, 7 o'clock tip against LaSalle. For Wheaton College and the New Max Sports Network, I'm Jackson Walsh. Thanks for tuning in.